Hello. This video is going over how to multiply fractions. To multiply fractions, you need to multiply the numerator by the numerator of the other fraction and the denominator by the denominator of the other fraction. Since those words are kind of big and hard to write, we are instead going to say you're going to multiply the top by the other top number and the bottom number by the other bottom number. But the technical name for them in math class are the numerator is the top number and the denominator is the bottom number. Let's take a look at some examples, but first, take a minute and make sure you've filled in this part of your notes. As you can see in our first two examples, this is not a super lengthy process. It should be pretty quick. You are going to multiply the top number by the other top number. So in this case, that would be 1 times 1 to get our answer of 1. You're also going to multiply the bottom number by the bottom number to get our answer. 2 times 2 equals 4. I didn't do the top number times the bottom number or switch that up at all. I'm multiplying straight across the top and straight across the bottom to get my answers. Taking a look at our next example, it says 4/5 times 2/5. 4 times 2 gives us 8, and 5 times 5 gives us 25. That's it. I multiplied my two top numbers together and my two bottom numbers together, and that's how I got my final answer. Try the next several problems on your own. I know it looks like a lot of them, but I will go over the answers for 2 of them at a time. So if nothing else, try the first 2 fractions and then push play when you're ready to check your answers on the first 2. After those 2, you've checked your answers and you're feeling more confident, then try the next 2, and so on and so forth. Go ahead and get started. Push play when you're ready to check your answers for the first 2 problems. On our first example, 2 times 1 equals 2. That's our numerators or our top numbers. Then 4 times 3 equals 12, which is our bottom numbers or our denominators. So our final answer is 2 over 12 or 2/12. The next example says 2 over 2 or 2/2 times 1/3 or 1 over 3. 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 3 equals 6, so we get 2 as our numerator and 6 as our denominator. Go ahead and try the next 2 examples. Push play when you're ready to check your answers. On our next examples, we are doing 2/5 times 1/6. We have 2 times 1, which gives us 2 as our numerator, 5 times 6, which gives us 30 as our denominator, so our final answer is 2/30. On the next example, we have 4/6 times 3/8. 4 times 3 gives us 12 as our numerator, and 6 times 8 gives us 48 as our denominator. Try the next 2 problems, and then push play when you're ready to check your answers. On the next example, we have 3/7 times 3/9. 3 times 3 equals 9 for our numerator, and 7 times 9 equals 63 for our denominator. So our final answer is 9/63. The next question says 7/8 times 4/7. On the numerators, we have 7 times 4, which equals 28 for our new numerator. And on our denominators, we have 8 times 7, which equals 56. Our final answer is 28/56. Go ahead and try the last 4 problems all on your own and then push play to check your answers. Our next example says 8/10 times 3/5. For the numerators, we have 8 times 3, which makes the final answer's numerator be 24. The denominators say 10 times 5 to make our final denominator 50. Our new fraction is 24 over 50, or 24/50. On the next example, it says 4/9 times 3/4. 4 times 3 equals 12 for our numerators, and 9 times 4 equals 36 for our denominators. So our final answer is 12/36. The next example says 7/12 times 4/7. If you do 7 times 4 for the numerators, we get 28, And if we do 12 times 7 for the denominators, we get 84. So our final answer is 28/84. The last example says 9/11 times 5/3. On the numerators, 9 times 5 equals 45, and on the denominators, 11 times 3 equals 33. So our final answer is 45/33. Take a moment and make sure you've completed the entire page with the correct answers.